All right, guys, we are back after a while. It's been just crappy weather and work, but we got a truckload of stuff. I got the sheep and goat fence now because the price is just gonna double probably. The price of metal is going way up. $4 for, I don't know how much that weight is, but topsoil. So I grabbed 10 bags just for our raised beds. We're gonna work on our war garden. I got this whole big area here we're gonna do. I got 4 chestnut trees in. I got them planted already. I'm cleaning out the chicken coop and just chucking it in here. This is where we're gonna start putting topsoil in. More topsoil and some more raised beds, which I do have some, I think 2x10s unpressure treated that I'm probably just gonna use because they're just sitting in the shed and eventually just gonna turn to crap probably. This is where we grew our squash and our tomato vine. It's settled down a good bit. I've been dumping goat stuff in there. The little guy, he was a bottle goat. He was in the house for the longest time now, so he he doesn't like to be out here now. Well, these two actually. The moms rejected them, so we had to feed them. Bottle feed them. See, here they are. Yeah, little buddy. Hey, little girl. Yeah. Yeah, look at you guys. We got sidetracked already. Yeah. No. You little girls. You little girls. Yeah. You guys need to go eat. You guys need to eat. You can't be bottles all the time. You can't get bottles all the time. But yeah, there's another little one right there too. Unfortunately, his brother didn't make it. So, yeah, hopefully he does. Honey, that's her kid. She doesn't have very high survival rates on her kids. Now we need, see, it just rained. And look at this, look at the water. Gets worms, hay. That's another job today. I need to switch out their waters. I pulled the hose back because I mowed this. I got like 60 pounds of ant. It's like ant killer, but like grasshoppers, all that crap. I want to spread it out to keep this garden area. So we're down in the south. We get tons and tons of fire ants. But as you can see, I did it last year. And so far in this area, and there's not really any. There's a few way up over there, a few spots there. But I want to keep them out of the garden because I did plant potatoes when I very first moved here. And the ants got them. We'll try to not really get near the chicken area. I got a little spreader, you just hand spread it. But here's my original chestnut tree I planted a long time ago. Well, it survived a couple planters, a dog ripping it out of the planter. So I think it may be like stunted, sort of. So that's all right. I put one up there. It's a good distance, about 20, 30 foot. So I believe these get 30, 40 foot tall. I'm not 100%, but you need more than one to get chestnuts. So I got them brother, sister, mother, whatever. And then I'm over here by the chickens too. I figure it'll grow up, it'll provide shade for the chickens. And eventually most of that stuff's coming out. There's a few red buds in there. I'm not sure, hardwood tree. I'll cut the gumballs out, keep a few of the hardwood, just keep that ditch from messing up. And then, you know, our orchard out here. Right across this ditch, I planted another one. So you got one across from each other. Hopefully, I don't know how, I've had them before. When I was in West Virginia, we had 2. A lightning bolt blew one up. But oddly enough though, it still got chestnuts in it. So I don't know how, there must have been one somewhere or something. But anyway, I don't know how wind hardy they are. Because we are on top of a mountain and it does get windy here. But this tree's still here. It's a pine tree and it's not a hardwood. It's also pretty thick though, so. Anyway, job today, you know, we're getting our war garden going. And just trying to be more self-sufficient, more fresh produce. But I grabbed some black cow for gardens. And I grabbed some of this so we can start our seeds. Apparently you jumpstart your garden with it, so okay. And of course I had to get a new I go through these freaking ends all the time. I decided to try a long one. But there's a real cheap greenhouse. I think it was like 89 bucks or something. It's still here. I mean, it's somehow there's something there. I don't know what happened there, but this is what she looks like inside. Now, I already got a pallet. I need to get this cleaned up. But there's a half a pallet I cut in half. We'll get some 2x4s. I'm just gonna run one on each corner, put the half piece on top. Boom, it'll make a table. Whoo, it's hot in here. Holy moly, holy shit. And we'll just put them on each side, or make a big table out of one and put it in the back, and then something. We'll try to make use of this, but man, it's hot. I tried to put a goat in here so I could get it medicine, and I figured it would eat this stuff, but no, it just tried to blast through the side screen, so that backfired on me. Yeah, goats will be dumb sometimes. But I got some more of this heavy duty landscape fabric. We'll probably cut a square out. We're gonna make potato towers. What is this? Empty bag of yeah, see, this is my problem around here. Ants. It's always freaking ants. Ants. And armadillos. Freaking AAs. But down in the comments, let me know what you guys are gonna grow this year. I'm gonna try to do some rhubarb, which down south, no one knows what rhubarb is. So I wanna try to grow it, which from what I can tell, it needs sun in the day and then shade at night here. There's a hawk. As long as he ain't after the baby goat, he'll be still alive. Maybe I could plant it. I gotta figure out where to plant the rhubarb. Alright, dude. I gotta find out where to plant the rhubarb for that, so I'll just have to see in the afternoon where the sun is not shining. I'm thinking in this area, honestly, like here. The sun actually never comes straight up over me. It goes up and then follows this side and goes down. It doesn't technically ever be up over top, which is pretty crazy. It kind of hugs that skyline where that chemtrail is up in there over that tree. So there'll be shade here in the afternoon. This raised bed wasn't too bad. I kind of feel like I wanted it straight, like it's long, but it worked out. It's still settled down. This is where we had a bunch of tomatoes. So tomato vines are still in there. I'll probably just add a little more topsoil, just build it up some more. The tomatoes, I kind of think I might get me a cattle panel, like how those are, the metal panels. And I'm thinking about putting it down the center, and I can plant my tomatoes. I don't know, I'm trying to maximize how this will work. If I do that, I thought about planting tomato on each side, but then it's gonna, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll put the squash in here. I'm not putting the squash in there because it just took over the whole thing. The squash plant gets big. Like one squash plant in the middle here will do like, the whole dealie. Well, technically, I'd probably plant one squash plant in each corner. I'm not sure, or maybe 5 in there. So then I need to weed eat. That's the only problem. When I first got this place, I didn't have none of this stuff. I didn't have to weed eat it, just mowed. And now I gotta run the weed eater around. I do got wood chips in here, but I guess the landscape fabric isn't all the way to the edge. Of course. Oh no, it's grown in wood chips, I think. Oh no, it ain't. Oh, yeah, if you see all this stuff, that's all right. It's biomaterial. It'll break down, but now all the work begins. So what I'll do is I'll get in here, I'll roll this door up so I don't sweat to death, and then I'll pull everything out and get it cleaned, and we'll come back and take a look. I don't have a cameraman, so anyway, like I said, let me get that all cleaned up, and we'll see what we're gonna do. All right, update thus far. I immediately got distracted. I got the weed eater because I was gonna weed eat in the greenhouse. I weed eated around the beds. Further got distracted, started putting topsoil in. Well, one, because I threw a fresh batch of this stuff in, and it, the sun beating on it, and I was like, man, that stinks. So we got some nice fresh topsoil thrown on it. 3D printing again. This has been out here since last summer. I just left it out here, doing good. I got various birdhouses all over, still doing good, just PLA, some PETG. And then I also got some special planters printing up right now. Throw a little clip in if I can edit right. They're pretty cool. They click together. So you can click them together, put your pot and soil in there, put your seed in there, and once your seed sprouts, you can just unclick it and take it out. Where you ain't gotta sit there and try to fish it out and all that stuff. Pretty neat. So I'm gonna print up a bunch of them. Goats are still staring at me because every time I touch a bag or something, they're like, bah, feed me. Anyway, I got one thing out of it and I rolled the door up. So I hope there ain't no snake in there. I didn't bring the shotgun. I just brought this. That just kind of rides with me nowadays because the way of the world. If you don't like that, sorry. It's a tool. It's, you know, same thing as that or this. I can do a lot with those. So we're gonna agree to disagree, and that's okay. My wife always tries to throw away these. Every time I buy a bush or something, she tries to throw. I'm like, no. I gotta keep that stuff. I'm a bit of a pack rat. I do get tons of these boxes because we build a lot of stuff, so I'm always getting tons of these screw boxes, which are still some screws, fence posts, table saw thing, I think. Oh yeah, I forgot. I do have like a little Neely mat thing. That's very handy. Oh shit. Okay. So we got some building stuff. I don't know what that was from. Apparently I was using those to build something out here. And then this crap, if anybody has a use for this baling twine stuff, like I have so much of it. I need to collect it all up. There's piles of it over there. Hey, little goat yelling, Mom. Mom! Now, honey, go get your kid. He's up on the ramp. Okay, he knows where she's at. But see, I got tons of this string. I need to clean it up. Been a bit messy. That's why I was stacking hay up against the back and I just cut it. String fell. Sorry, a little lazy on that. Gotta fill this in a bit. Probably gonna plant watermelon here. Some watermelon here and grow it this way. Not sure how good it does. Pine, the needles, I don't know. It shouldn't really fall over here in the summer. So I'll kind of come over a little bit, grow, boom, and boom. It's always pretty wet until I get that filled. Future project, we gotta throw that away. It's survived a lot. It's been picked up and thrown across the yard a couple times with the wind. And it's kind of on its last leg. So we'll probably come in here, pour a little tiny slab, build ourselves a slight bigger one, a little wider, boom, boom, out. But I like it kind of buried up under here. It's kind of neat. Could be my downfall, the tree falls on it, but I just kind of like it hidden there. It's kind of a spot that's probably not going to grow much because so many pine needles and things don't like pine needles. So anyway, rambling's on. I need to get that out to the garage, I guess. And then pull these pallets out and try to weed eat this crap down. I do have landscape. I wonder if I should just run some landscape fabric. There's a bit on there. I'll have to go find my stakes. I got some stakes I can pound in the ground and make all this landscape fabric inside. I don't want to get too attached because I know this thing is gonna blow up one day. It's just gonna freaking disintegrate. Although it's holding up all right. I mean, it kind of poked a hole through there, but I mean, it doesn't need to be water. Well, I originally got it to kind of be waterproof, I was hoping, because I was storing hay in here and then it would slowly drip from somewhere. I don't even know. I think it's condensation maybe, but a greenhouse, you know, it's gonna help water, I guess. But yeah, I'm sure I'll get distracted more, but let me get to it. Let me take that to the garage. And then I can grab something I was gonna grab from the garage. Sawzall maybe? I'm not sure. Something. All right guys, like I said, I immediately got distracted again. I decided to just go ahead and top these off with the Dirt I have 10 bags, not bad, $4 a bag. I got some black cow, sprinkle some black cow on. It's gonna keep settling because if you watch my video when we did this, this is full of just logs and sticks and grass and chickens and bird. So anyway, I ended up pulling 2 out. Well, guys, I found my Landscape Fabric staples. Got the Landscape Fabric. We'll pull this out, them 2 out, which is pulling the grass out too is pretty good. There's still some straggle. I'll come with the weed eater and try to knock it down a little bit. There's a decent amount of room because that's like 4 foot by 4 foot in that corner. So what I'll probably do is just put 4 legs on that and then just put this piece on the top. Not real high, 2 foot or something. Now I should be able to put planters on top and bottom, and then I'll just run that other one like on the side over here. I'll just put legs on it and make it another one. I'm trying to go cheap here because I'm spending money. Oh yeah, if you have one of these, if you look at these shovels, Groundworks, piece of crap, don't buy it. Like the second time I hit the ground, it like the end is just a piece of crap. I might weld something on there and then grind it, see if I can fix it. So now I'm gonna try the Razorback. Unfortunately, this is like $50 freaking. So we'll see how it goes. Here's the neighbor watching me talk to myself again. I do some kind of horse race stuff or something, I don't know. I went to the stores and stuff, I'm just checking it out, and no one seems too bothered about the war. Making plains, man. Making it cloudy. It was nice and sunny. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, no one seems too bothered about the war and everything. I got a question, leave it in the comment, because I'm too stupid for it, but they said it's short-term pain for long-term gain. What's the long-term gain? What are we gaining? Us poor people here, because they didn't say us poor are gaining. They said, so are they gaining? What are we gaining? Who's gaining? Blah blah blah. You know. So not trying to get political. I'm just trying to do some gardening. Well, there's a lot of stuff to do. We got a big old roll of fence. The thing's heavy. So there'll be fencing videos. We got fence to run way up over there. Fence to run here. Fence to run here. I think the expensive part's going to be the gates, because I want several gates just to be able to get into places. Like I hate to have to go halfway around the field to get in the gate and then go back around. To have several gates in and out makes things a lot easier. So definitely could be a gate over here somewhere into the garden, and then this bank side we'll dig in and put a root cellar storm shelter, because sometimes we get some pretty bad wind. And that's kind of a decent spot right there. It's not, there's no trees or nothing. It's kind of an open. And they are flying the shit out of stuff today. There's another one. Same direction though. They're all going the yonder ways. There's no one there too. No one there. Oh, okay, he's a little different. But they are flying the crap out today. And also on the side note too, I work near a train track. Normally we get 1 or 2, 3 trains a day. There's been like 15 trains a day. Stuff was trucking. I don't mind my head. I stood up in a spot that was not as tall as me, and I stood up pretty hard, so that hurt. I was in a little goat house and had to get one of the goaties. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. I haven't seen you guys in a while, and it's a nice day. Starting to sweat though. I have to go get some water, but like a man used to say, it's better to be a gardener in a war than a warrior in a garden. See, a warrior can protect a garden. A gardener can plant bodies. So anyway, it's good to plant food. I see everybody stacking gear and bullets. You can only eat 1 bullet. But if you plant a bunch of stuff, you can eat a bunch of stuff. So you ain't got to build these raised beds. These ones ain't bad. This is nice because you can walk right up to it and blah, blah, blah. And then you can grow your vines up on. You ain't got to bend down, but these are a bit expensive. Right, I think it was about $300 to build these 2. Last year, I have no idea how much it will be this year. If you need any metal, get it now, because it's going to go up. So these ones ain't too bad. That's a 2x10. I think that's a 12-footer. And then I just cut another, it's 3 12-footers. I just cut another one and 4-foot section. Wait, no, that's a smaller piece in the middle. I think I got one 8-footer and then two 12-footers, and I just cut the 8-footer in half. Then I just threw a 2x4 in the center to keep it from spreading. Getting a lot more dirt in there. That's definitely a given, a lot more. I'll probably go to the pond area. It's kind of flooded now, but go over there, dig some, throw some in, mix some good dirt, bad dirt, good whatever, fucking just mix it up, and boom, and that'll be good. Potato towers, I have a bunch of extra wire. I got a bunch of extra like fence wire. There's a roll over here. This fence wire, welded wire, that cheap welded wire you get at Lowe's, don't buy it if you're gonna use animals, it's crap. And it's just crap in general. You got some right here. See, it just breaks. It's not very good. So I might get that. We might make 2 wraps at a decent size. We'll put our straw. I got almost 10 pounds of potatoes, maybe. It was like 60 cents a pound. So I was like, well, crap. And I can cut. I'm not gonna dice it all. I'm gonna cut it right in half, sort of, you know, not hit the eyes. Let it sit for 48 hours or so. Get the skin on it, then we'll plant. And maybe I'll try to let the eyes grow a little bit, and then I'll plant it around the edge. Do I want to plant? I'm not exactly sure how I want to do it because I need the leaves to grow out the side of the thing. Because, you know, plants normally want to grow straight up. But I guess you put straw there. We'll have to play with that. I also ordered some grow bags. I ordered 5-gallon and 20-gallon. Because my thing is I want to plant the potatoes. I want to plant the potatoes in the bag. Once they're done, I just want to dump it out. And I don't have to deal with it. Grapevines, I just threw some mulch around it. I'm not gonna plant another one because this thing grows, it grew like real, I think it was going way out. So I'm gonna run a strip of landscape fabric, put some 2x4s each end, and then just a nice thick layer of mulch, help hold that water in. That one's starting to kick off a little bit. I believe it's a Concord, and I don't know, this is some green one. Grows greens. I'm gonna have to trim it back a little bit. But this one, the freaking Japanese beetle's a murder. And you can still see it grew, it started to grow the little grape things. I started to get grapes this year. Well, like I said, Japanese beetles is murder. That one. Concord, they don't really touch it as much. But I need to really fertilize it, the weeds and stuff. You know, too many irons in the fire. Like, I'm already distracted now, so. I'll be back when I get that pallet out and clean it out and slap some landscape fabric. Daylight's burning, and then I slept in a bit this morning. But daylight savings time, which is ass, it should just stay this time. It doesn't get dark till 6:30 now, so I got time. But okay, once you got this down, not too bad. A lot of pine cones had to get out of the way, and then some like viney things had to get out. Now I'm looking, I have a pair of sawhorses just kind of hanging around. I might just put them up against one of these sides. Kind of gets, it's shaded a bit, but there's a bit of sun that pops in here all the time. As you can tell, all the weeds. Well, weeds don't really need sun apparently. But I'll probably put the sawhorses in there. A couple 8-foot 2x4s. Because these are, the bottoms are fairly rotted, and the bottoms are fairly rotted. What's up, neighbor? Anyway, the bottoms are fairly rotted, and if I try to screw stuff to it, and it's just, I don't have all kinds of seeds, and then it just falls over and shit everywhere. So they don't look bad, but they're not that good. These ones might be all right. I'm not sure. We're not gonna seed until next. Get out of here, bugs. We're not gonna seed till next week because we're gonna have a frost. This is this little dinky greenhouse, mainly to keep birds and stuff away, because crows and stuff will, you know, they're destructive. They'll just eat some and pull the rest out. But that's not bad. I mean, this is going on this second year for this, through the summer, through the winter. Now, oh yeah, there it is. It unscrews itself. I just noticed that one's unscrewed and the wing nut's gone. But it unscrews itself, that I've noticed. So that's annoying. Put a zip tie around that or something. But you're gonna have to go around and make sure you check your wing nuts, make sure they're tight, because somehow she'd be unscrewing herself. This, yeah, so that, well, the back's probably turning. But like the bottom one, it just unscrews. It's it's weird. Like, That's fairly tight. That one's tight. But yeah, it'll unscrew itself. I just had to fix that one, which the wing nut was just laying down below. That one there, the wing nut's probably gone. No, it's over underneath there, so I'll just wrap some baling twine around it or something. I'm getting out of here, it's hot. It's hot in here. But yeah, I mean, it was, shit, I think it was 80 bucks, $89 on Amazon. It's aggravating to put together. I did a video putting it together, so if you get one, you can look down. I did it different in the directions that helped out because I had to do it by myself. Directions are showing like 2 people. But wing nuts, kind of annoying. Put some Loctite on them, I guess, if you're gonna do it. I guess when this goes, I don't know, I'll just put some plastic over it. I don't know, maybe then we'll something. I'm kind of thinking digging into that bank, digging into the bank, making a polycarbonate roof and a submerged greenhouse, you know, windows in the front, just, you know, windows, something like that. So it'd be submerged down in the ground for thermal mass, stuff like that. Plus I need dirt in here. There's another, it seems to be a whole line. So I'm guessing they had pits all along, right next to the chicken house, and that's where they buried chickens. And it slowly sinks in a little bit, you know, because chickens' feathers take a long time to break down. That's probably what's going on. So I can pull that dirt back, push it here, smooth this out. There's a little dent here where we had the horse at first when we first got here, and it's, I guess, stomped a hole down. Made a little bit of a tiny crater. It's hard to see it. You may be able to see it, but nothing's ever perfect, and it's always some work. You know, we gotta paint that, put siding on that. There's a bird sitting on top of the goat house. Looks to be all black with a yellow bill. A little bit of white feathers on the wings. I don't know birds. It's nice to have them. They eat the bugs, except for Japanese beetles. They don't eat them, so that's kind of annoying because I get plenty of those. Even chickens don't eat it. I've seen videos people making Japanese beetles for their chickens, and they eat. Nah, they don't eat them. They just look at them because they stink. So I just put the traps up and I catch tons and tons of them. Man, there's birds and it's nice. Stuff's getting green. Unfortunately, all the crap is getting green. All the green back there is all that private hedges. Bradford pears, crap too. Apparently you can graft onto them, but the Bradford pear takes back it over after a while, so it's not worth it. Just get a pear tree if you want pears. To me, pears have a weird sandpaper, liquid sandpaper taste or consistency. I'm just, may get a few pears just for them, for the goaties. I was gonna buy one and see if they like it, and then it was like $3 or $4. I'm like, for one pear? Makes me just want to grow them, and if I could sell them for $2, so who knows? But yep, here we are, getting along. I'll probably grab the sawhorses, which I got a big ass telephone pole sitting on them, because I was painting it to use it for the corner posts up by the neighbors. I figure if they backed into it, you know, it's like a 20-inch freaking solid chunk of wood, so you know, 4 or 5 bags of concrete around it, posted in the ground. They back into it, you know, their problem. So, yep, I'll put sawhorses in here. Right now I'm 3D printing seed trays. I'll pick up more seed trays. I have some other planter things, like some stuff from the dollar store. Take these weird planter boxes. They'll be a nice little starter. And then hopefully that keeps most of the weeds from growing up. Some will get in the corners, but we'll do something with that. I don't know if I want to weed. I really don't want to use weed spray, but I don't know. There's a bunch of crickets out. Or is that a big, that's a big fucking spider. Never mind, I ain't a cricket. Oof. But anyway, let me continue. As long as I can move forward and get a little done, I'll feel accomplished, I guess. I'll probably have to back the truck in a ditch somewhere to unload that big ass freaking roll of wire. I need it somewhere where I can take it up to the field. So I'm gonna try to work too hard because I can work tomorrow too. I got some of these cow, it's like a big brownie for cows. It comes in this big tub. And I got several of them laying around. I may use them for potatoes too. Like here's this one. This one's pretty good size. Drill a couple holes. Well, some of them I don't want holes drilled in. We're kind of using that one to clean up the chicken coop. Heck, let's check. If we have any. Holy crap. Huh. My wife didn't put no wood chips in here. So that egg kind of went correct. And there's a pile of eggs. Alright, well. Guess I'm the wife out to get some eggs. Yeah, we need some wood chips. I'm sure I know now when I was at the store. So, it's always something you gotta catch up on. Old chicken tractor, gotta get rid of it. I was thinking this whole big area I was gonna till out, but I'm not 100% yet. I don't think we're ready to scale up that much. Because I got the grow bags, I'll probably put them over here, boom, boom, boom. And then maybe some raised beds and stuff. I'm a little more concerned about doing the fence so I can get the goats out on the couple acres up that way. 3 or 4 acres, 5 acres up that way to supplement that. So anyway, this is very handy, this V4 wagon. And it's just so handy to be able to pull it around without me having to pull it around, because that's actually pretty heavy to pull around and the tire's a little low. But that's a lot of weight right there. Each bag's 50 pounds, you know, it's 200 and 250 in there. And then you pull it up a hill, it's a little struggle. I need to change their waters out, so I'm gonna get the hose over here and change out the goats' waters. I asked you guys a lot of comments, leave some questions down below. Help this channel grow a bit so we can continue to make this garden. Maybe about an acre. It'll be about an acre sized garden. Orchard will be like acre or 2, and the goats will have some acres up there. Yeah. And then we got that tree annoyingly in my way. Well, I opened up a lot of space. I don't know what we'll plant there. I kind of like Japanese maples. I would like to have some hardwoods planted in, make things nice. All right, guys. That's the end of day 1 for me. Pacing myself. I got my beds topped off a bit. I got the junk cleaned out. We got the landscape fabric in. I got my black cow fertilizer. And then my Happy Frog, that Fox Farm stuff, supposed to be pretty good. I decided I'm not gonna use them pallets. I'm gonna go get like 4 2x4s and some 5/4 board. I'm just gonna build a table that goes across the back. I'll build it a little bit wider, and then I'll come off to the side. Maybe I'll down one side, maybe down one whole side and out. Give us enough room to come in, stack stuff. Big L shape, maybe. Not sure yet. A lot of plants right now, this time, I'm just gonna buy, I don't know what you call them, sprouts, whatever sprouted potted plants. You gotta ease your way into this stuff. You can't just full on plant a bazillion things. I mean, you can if you don't have a full-time job and a bunch of money. So that's both not an option right now. So it's getting there. Right now I'm just gonna spend an hour probably spreading my ant bait, ant killer or whatever. Up where the orchard area is going, there's some ants, and in the front yard. Now you're supposed to wet it. So the stuff in the yard area, I'll wait till tomorrow, where it's gonna sprinkle a bit, and then it's supposed to rain, snow, ice, whatever. This is all Tractor Supply had, so I grabbed all their stuff. I wanted to get like 4 of those, but they only had 2, and then they had 1 of those. So I want to hit the areas that we walk and go, and orchard, and then up onto the field a little bit. If anybody wants a car, it's for sale, needs a fuel pump. Don't look at the price of the fuel pump. Ooh. Huh. Well, that's crazy. Don't look at the price of the fuel pump on that. It's between $700 and $900. So I'm not sure about that right now. But I really want to get their area ant killed because there's so many ants, but I need to fence in. We're going to put a door in the side of this. I'm going to run another fence parallel with that one up there with a gate. I have a door on the other side where I'm going to shut the door and then come in and sleep at night and then go back up to this field while I kill the ants in there and let their poo and stuff disintegrate, because there's quite a lot of them in there and they're constantly shooting pellets everywhere. I gave them some feed. So. But yeah, it's looking way better. I mean, I didn't think I need to mow until I mowed, and then I'm like, dang, it looks much better. We're gonna run a fence all along here. The garden's gonna get fenced, orchard's gonna get fenced, field's gonna get fenced, the whole area, there'll be fence on fence, which is good security and good, like, someone's just like, hey, you want a horse? I'm like, all right, I got a spot for it. Boom, or hey, there's an extra cow or something. But right now, cows are ridiculous. I think a baby cow's like $2,000 now. So that's out of it. The price range there. Unless someone wants to give me one, then yeah, I might be able to find a spot for it. But more chickens, I'm down to 5. Betty, she said when she is feeling better, she's gonna hatch me some more chickens this fall, so that's good. You know, a couple, or not fall, spring. And then I need to build an outdoor brooderish area to get them big enough to put them in with them. You know, because they're in there, and you put little chickens in there, they're just probably gonna eat them. So don't need that. Always something to do. Don't bite off too much. Just do a little bit at a time, and you'll get there. We'll come back on project 2. Maybe we'll come back when we start to plant, or maybe when I do the benches. Not sure. Got a lot of things to do. We'll do another video, just a short video. I got a little fence tying thing for tying the fence clips. Been seeing it on Instagram, Facebook, so I ordered a couple because there was like $9. I don't mind use 2 pairs of pliers or a pair of pliers, but if this thing works like they're showing, you know, they probably had some Chinaman sitting there with 20,000 clips and tying too. He's super good at it, and then they just filmed them. So who knows? Anyway, any of you guys have a use for this crap? I got millions. I keep finding it everywhere. Baling twine, there's just tons of it. And like and subscribe, guys. And apparently the snakes are out. Let's see if he's back over here. I think it's just a black snake, as long as he stays away from the chickens and doesn't come at me, we'll be good. Yeah, he moved on. Smart. But all right, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next.